Hello out there, and welcome back to Panoptia. I'm Eric with Perspective Gaming, and this is shaping up to be our final confrontation as we've sort of put all the pieces in place. So let's go. The photos book is still not working, unfortunately, so we'll just have to see how that goes in the future. Hopefully we won't need it to finish the game. I don't think we will. Oniro is sitting at the base of the tree. No one before you has ever explored Panoptia as much as you have, not even the security guards. Everything here is my own. I made it all myself, and yet, look at it thrive. I didn't know this. I don't know what's good for this place. I didn't do this, rather. Why did I do all this? You clearly know how to do this better than me. I caused my creations to suffer. It's my fault. The worst part is I don't even feel bad about it. I ignored everyone here suffering, and now you're giving them new life, but I don't feel sorry for what I did. I feel like I should, but I just don't. I'm sickening. I'm revolting. I put all my effort into this place just for you to fix it all up for me. Seems like I can't do anything right. Probably don't even like me. You probably see me for the disgusting individual I am. This isn't making it any better, is it? No, I'd say you beating yourself up isn't gonna help. Leave me. Let me rot away alone. What are you doing? How many of these have you been taking? Have you been documenting all this? No, I trusted you, D. How long have you been doing this? Why would you do this? You're just like Ellen, Well, I wasn't expecting exactly that. It is interesting that everything Ellen has done, when we put him back together, the place gets nicer. I don't think that's an indicative of anything. I don't think he's secretly a good guy. I think it's just that Oniro has a messed up psyche, and this place is a reflection of that. I'm not sure if if Ellen is tricking him or something. We'll see. You are a worthless spirit, incapable of progressing. I think that was actually, I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. It's a maze. Hello? My classic space filler when I don't know what to say. Hello? What do you have to say? Whoop, hello. Your physical ailments are punishments for your actions. So yeah, I was taking pictures, but I wasn't using documentation to, like, against him in any way, as far as I know. Maybe Dee's a secret sociopath, and I'm just playing the game as her, but I don't think so. There is no one waiting for you at the end of your life. Oniro, dude, you got a real bad psyche. You gotta get better about this. Get some actual therapy, my man. I'm grayer than I used to be, and that's concerning. It's the massive bathroom of infinite white space. Sure. No thoughts. Head empty. Your head is empty of any thoughts. Or there's so much going through your head that it becomes impossible to phrase a clear single thought out of it. You feel the same as you did when you came in. Hey, achievement for using every toilet. That's a good sign that we're finishing this today. Alright. Let's see what climax awaits us at the end of this road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Try and get the voice ready. Hello, D. I'm glad to see we can finally meet face to face. Where's Oniro? Oh, him? If I'm going to be honest, he disappeared, just completely missing. Oniro and I can see everything happening in Panoptia, though I suppose we have our blind spots. But that doesn't matter anymore, does it? He has no purpose in Panoptia anymore. Well, I suppose I never properly introduced myself to you. I'm Eln. About a year ago, I was but a weak and fragile larva. You see, termians such as myself manifest from the deepest recesses of one's corrupt mind. We begin life in a larval state, metamorphosing into what Oniro dubs creatures, and ultimately termians. Let me tell you, that Oniro kid is not great at naming stuff. I mean, seriously, creatures? But that's what the nomenclature has become, I suppose. Where was I? Oh, yes, the beginning of Panoptia. Creatures can evolve into two different final forms. Termians, which are powerful beings designed for combat and protecting the mother creature. The second final form. Mother creatures have an unbreakable bond with every creature it gives birth to. I was an unbirthed larva. I was not made by a mother creature, but instead some mind. And I have no recollections of my origins, but I believe I've come from Oniro's mind. You see, he was a troubled young kid, and from his thoughts I was created. So thanks to him, I offered to build a subterranean empire with him. So to thank him, a world where we could rule together, a world made with his deepest wishes and desires. But sadly, he was a coward. He used my gift carelessly. And that is why you, D, should join me. You've done wonders for Panoptia. Don't you want to live in a world made for you? An ideal place made for you by you. So what do you say, D? Will you become the new queen of Panoptia? What about Oniro? Ugh, not him again. D, he's out of the picture. He's either dead or we will let him rot away slowly with you as the new ruler. Give up on him. No. What? What do you see in that boy, D? He's a worthless coward who's running Panoptia. He's done nothing but harm its progress. He made everything. If you see it that way. He literally made you. But it doesn't matter anymore. There's no point, there's no escape from Panoptia, so don't think you might as well be all-powerful. Don't you think you might as well be all-powerful while you're here? The final step necessary is to return to my true form. You may have some power now, D, but I can only grant you all the powers I bestowed upon Oniro once I have my whole body. In your time in Panoptia, you've been collecting the organs Oniro took from me. Now the process can finally be complete. I have no other option. I don't want to, but I have to. Yes, finally I'll be complete again. D, together we can rule over Panoptia. Huh? What? Eln, you've tormented me too long. It ends here. D and I are going to escape. Oniro, we are one and the same. Do we not have the same goals? To be seen, to be heard, to be understood? Our hearts beat in tandem. Stop lying to her, Eln. You've been feeding off me. We are not equal. It was not a fair agreement. We didn't build Panoptia. You built it off of me. You used me as a tool for your own ends. Let us go. Do you want to know what happened to your precious little friends? What were their names again? Emmy and Lyle? Lyle moved away and he died. Gone. He thought of you in his last breath. Did you even feel anything when I told you that? You don't care about him. You just want the idea of him back in your life. I read that weird. You just want the idea of him back in your life. You're a selfish, miserable excuse of a person. That's not true. He couldn't have died. And Emmy left you for someone better, the friend you could never be for her. She still thinks about you from time to time, but she's forgotten what you look like, and she's forgotten your voice. You're nothing to her. There's no one out there that loves you, except for those you create with your own mind in Panoptia. You made Panoptia to live the life you can't bear to live yourself. Let us go, Elm. Let us go. Why are you doing this? Why am I doing this? Oh, Nero, you're the one who's been helping me get to this point. My burgeoning world will forever expand off your helpless mind and the souls of those around you. You are why I exist. I am your creation. I leech off of you because you are so easy to consume. Though you've been a real pain as of late with you trying to escape. But that doesn't matter now. You're nothing to me now. But you... You've proven to yourself to be a much better host for my needs. I'll admit it, I was lying to you a bit, D. Oniro isn't even close to my power. He can try weakening me all he wants, remove every gut in my body, I'll still be more powerful than he is. He made me this way. Oniro gave me his body to feast upon willingly. Should I not be able to partake in this meal? Oniro is simply a wonderful little host for me to feed off of, to expand my world until I destroy everything. Why? Creatures and termites have been farming off the minds of horrible minds for years. Eons. Minds of horrible minds. That one didn't translate quite right. If it was translate, I don't think it was a translation. Whatever. I don't want my race to be under humanity's dominion. Should I not get a say in my own life? I will grow Panoptia, killing everyone I drag down here, feeding them to the creatures until we can finally be free. D. You've been helping Panoptia immensely. Think of all the power you'd have with me by your side. Everything you'd want would be yours. Is that not what you want? Don't listen to him, D. You are no longer needed, Oniro. D, show me how you wield your new powers. Remove Oniro. D, you're not really thinking about doing this, are you? Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what's good for him. Kill him. D, save yourself. You don't have to save me. Just get out of here. D, eliminate him. He cannot get in the way of our joint rule. D. Imagine a door. Bloop. Hey, we're finally around the little, like, side path. I remember seeing that, like, the very early on. We're outside of the building, theoretically. It's your photo book. All the photos fall out. Better put them all back in. Eerie silence. No one is on the other line. This photo didn't develop very well. The brightness of light blinds the viewer. Yeah, we've read all of these before. Other than this one. Oniro is sitting at the base of the tree. He's alone. Little bugs are present, flying through the air. They're flitting about aimlessly. In their short lives, they accomplish what they set out to do. Why is it so hard for them people to do the same? There's a note written on the back. The outside world waits for me for eternity. There's a note written on the back. Cursed with your partnership. Flames engulf the frame. It leaves an iridescent aura on the film. The photo feels hot to the touch. Life persists, even in the most unusual of places. The light of the abyss burns bright. We see you. We see you. God, I hate that one. I'm always watched. It can always see me. There's a note written on the back. Never forget them. You cannot forget. So now we're learning a lot more about some of these, huh? Feel a sense of joy exuding from the photo, yet it fills me with a melancholic dread thinking about it. I gotta be careful on that Ellen voice. That thing tears my throat up. Goopy substance drips from the ceiling. The air around you feels sticky. It's not too bad if I don't also have to do Oniro's voice. When I have to do both, it's really rough on my throat. Panoptia is a vast and confusing space. The mountain seems so real. Immortalized memories are slowly fading away. What once seemed important is now a distant and dim light. A ship's light engulfed in deep and dark sea. I'm wondering if this is a bad ending, if we could have gotten a better ending if we'd gotten all the photos. We'll find out. Or we won't. Who knows? Can I go back in? Probably shouldn't. Fair enough. A little keyhole man. Huh. So that's at least one ending. Where we end up just leaving everything and escaping ourselves. But maybe the creatures continue to grow, hard to say. And we leave Oniro trapped. That's rough. I'm kind of guessing there's other endings based on like percentage completion and what you do with Oniro and stuff. Hard to say. I really liked this. I love indie games because they aren't restricted quite the same way that like a lot of mainstream games are. So they can explore really real things. Like this explores like a lot of very real, very hard emotions that a lot of bigger games, you know, wouldn't be allowed to because they have to hit sales records and stuff. Really cool. Really good stuff. Color palettes, interesting. We'll see if anything happens here after the credits. But generally my rule of thumb is I don't do complete runs on the channel because I want you guys, if you're interested in seeing the other endings, if there are any, to have to play it yourself. Because I think that's, you know, fair that if you enjoy this game enough to be curious, give the creators some money and a thumbs up on Steam. I think they really deserve it. This has been a really cool, really interesting experience. Developer's note. Thank you for playing my game. I'm currently writing this message in the final week before its release, which is surreal to say. I've been working on this game for the past 2 years now, so it's a little emotional to think about it being over. For the past 2 years, I'd start every morning by opening this project and chipping away at it. Sometimes I'd work all day, other times it was hard to even get one line of code written. Yeah, that's creative process, all right. But after all this time, it's finally finished. Is there more I wanted to do with this game? Certainly. Would I have done anything differently? Of course. But this is the finished project, and I thank you for playing it. Even if you're the one and only person to ever read this message, your support means the world to me, truly. Panoptia's story is a deeply personal story. I could tell it was. I hope I was able to connect with you the same way it connects with me. Hard for me to express myself, but my art has always been the reliable vessel in which I can show my true self to others. No matter what happens with this project, Panoptia will always be something I'm deeply proud of. You should be. A creation of my own that was made with all the love and passion I could put into it. This chapter of my life is over, and while I will miss Panoptia, I cannot wait to begin working on the next project. To the reader of this message, I hope you'll keep doing what you love. Life is too short to be stuck somewhere miserable. Great game, my dude. Just ever so good. Really happy that you put this out on the Steam Next Fest so I could find it and learn about it. It's a tough game. It's very challenging, and that's great. To everyone out there, I'd love to hear if you've got them, any thoughts, any opinions. Share some love. Both, my comments is a perfectly fine place, but also on the Steam page. This has been a wild ride. It's a very inventive, very artful game, exploring some very tough emotions. And you should be so proud of this. This was awesome. Sorry for the kind of short video. I wasn't sure how long it was going to be. And like I said, if you're curious enough to know what the other endings are, maybe someone else will put them out there. If there are other endings, if you want to get all the photos, I think that's great. I also think it'd be great to show this creator some love. Purchase the game. It's not super expensive. And clearly it's a work of love and a work of art. So thank you so much for making this for us. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.